Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh no! Let's fix that. There we go. Now we're all set. There we go. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to game day here at Heavy Cardboard. Teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by y'all. Cause solo day. It's been a stressful afternoon. I don't know about y'all. Oh, it's good. By the way, I get asked a lot what tea. So before we get started, we have, let's see, from Upton Tea Imports, we have orange spice for the first cup. We'll just move that out of the way. And then the other night I had talked about this, the Naughty Vicar. So here from London Tea Merchant, a gift from a patron. As long as you like a dark fruit, it's an interesting black tea. All right, anyway, enough about that. We are not here to talk tea. All right, maybe a little bit we are, yes. However, we're here to stream, where is it? There we go, Obsession. I'm not gonna make the same puns and jokes that I made last time. Just gonna say Obsession, second edition. Designed by Dan Halligan and published by Kayenta Games. Now, we're doing the expansion, upstairs and downstairs, today, in addition to. And then, because it seems there is a, wait for it, an obsession about this game, we're probably going to stream it one more time to do the, and I want to get the name of it, the Solo Estate Challenge. That said, we are not doing that today. We are just basically introducing the new servants, the new family, and all of that to the game. Now, I'm not going to do a full teach on the front end. I'm basically going to roughly go over what the expansion brings into the game. We will finish setup, and then we'll get started, and it'll be a teach as we go. So, yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate everybody's patience getting started way late today. Way later than I expected. But you know what? Better late than never. And it wasn't postponed. It was just late. So there's that. All right, so without further ado, if y'all are ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. Here we go. There's Obsession. And you know what? I was wondering if this was going to work or not, trying something different. And the answer is no. That's a bummer. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Hold on. Maybe, ooh, those might have worked. We'll see. If we get new subscribers, it might show up. We'll see how it goes. All right, enough about that. Obsession. I'm not even gonna bother bringing down the chat and the cameras for today, all right? So I am not going to go over everything in the expansion. I'll show you guys this to start off. So this is everything that comes with it. So first off, we have Family Howard. We're going to play as Howard. I figured that kind of made sense. Now, there is a new board for the solo challenge, not what we're playing today, as well. So this is just going to be the standard game there. What else? There are more improvement and monument tiles in the bag. This bag is legitimately half full now. There are a lot of tiles in that bag. We'll finish setup when we get there. There is a 6-player expand, or there is that. Then the new servants, which we will go over in detail here in a little bit, since that's going to be the majority of the new stuff. Now, there are also a whole bunch of extra cards in both of the casual as well as the prestige guests, including some of the promos. Now, if we get a influx of promotional cards, they're all overpowered. They're all super powerful. We may omit those and just move past them, but you guys will be able to see them because I want to make this competitive. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate Crawley, But we're going to try and play it fair. So there's that. Now, there is one other thing that I didn't think made a whole lot of sense in a solo game to introduce, and those are milestone cards. These milestone cards basically, I don't know, the first player and second player that flipped over 7 tiles gets some points and stuff like that. And all of the milestone symbols are listed right there. We're not going to include those for the solo game because that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we're just going to set that off to the side. There are new objectives. So we are actually playing with the new objective deck. And because these are choking hazards, I joke, Dan, I joke. But the theme cards, I mean, seriously, super tiny. So, oh, there we go. That's better. Now we can see these, not quite from space, but we can see these clearly now. And, oh, hey, the victory point cards, yeah, those can go away as well. Why? Because, ba-dow, there we go. That's a whole lot better. All right? So, those never to be seen again. All right. The other thing that I wanted to bring up here was Mr. Crowley. All right. Now, obviously, this was a very poorly hand cut. So this is a prototype because unless, as Dan explained it to me, because the point total is going to be higher in the with the expansion, the base game AI ones are probably going to be a little bit too easy. So he suggested we try Crawley. He also had another one that said, no, I'm not that mean. Don't play with that one. Play with Crawley. So Crawley is going to be our opponent, the family Crowley there for today. Everything else pretty much is the same. So think of it this way. We have extra tiles in here. We have a new family, which I'll go over what my starting stuff is, and the matching cards, obviously. We have the bigger cards, but that functionally changes nothing. We have a different AI opponent, and then we have 4 new servants in the game. And that really, I know, Dan, I'm getting there. By the way, hold on, real quick. On a serious note, for those that don't know, which I imagine is most of y'all, unfortunately, Dan's suffering from COVID right now. So he is at home hanging out, and he and I talked, and so best wishes, Dan. Take care of yourself, all right? Please, because we want you to make more games, because this is fantastic. And, you know, your family would like you to survive, so that would be a good thing, all right? Take care of yourself, Dan, all right? And thanks for joining us today. All right, and yes, I did get his permission to mention that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and start talking about what the 4 expansion new servants do, okay? All right, so here we go. So we will talk about these kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the order in which they talk about them in the rule book. So that makes sense, okay? All right, so first off is the cook. And I love how powerful the cook is, because I love cooking, I love food, etc., etc. So the cook, represented by a short orange meeple, he prefers stout, thank you, or she does. Used to attract elite guests and enhance the family's reputation, because everybody likes them victuals. All right. Now, what does the cook do? Well, the cook allows you to increase the family's reputation by 1. So we're not at 1. If we play the cook, it's as if 2. Now, we haven't talked about the, you know what? I'm probably getting ahead of myself in hindsight. We probably ought to talk about supplemental service. Okay. So, assuming you're familiar with the game, okay, when we talk about provide service, providing service is some of our servants are probably going to be needed to either play an activity or to attend guests or to attend the gentry. Now, if it is required, meaning it shows a specific one, then that servant is required, whether it's on the tile or on the gentry. However, there is a thing called supplemental service, meaning you can add servants to do bonus things, and that's where these come in, okay? So sometimes some of the servants, the new additional servants, can replace for regular service as opposed to supplemental service, and we'll talk about that here a little bit, all right? All right, so the cook as supplemental service, meaning you additionally attend to that gentry. So for instance, or one of the tiles, as it were, it acts as if your reputation is one higher than it was, and, or optionally, permits guests with a prestige rating of 1 or 2 levels above the family's reputation to attend that activity. So for instance, if I had a prestige guest of a requires a reputation minimum of 2 or 3, if the cook attended them, in addition to any other servants that are needed, then they could attend the activity. So yeah, bonus, score, all right? So yeah, so I love the cook. And, well, we'll talk about that more in a little bit. All right, then the hall boy. I so want to make a Mel Brooks reference. I'm not. You look like, never mind. All right, the hall boy is represented by a short, light blue meeple and is used to enhance a monetary favor. Alternatively, the hall boy may accompany a carriage or attend to elite guests. All right? All right. So, now, the hall boy can be used in one of 3 ways. Number 1, place it onto a gentry card that gets you money. So, for instance, if we were to play here James Earl Howard, normally does not require any servants and any attendants, whatever, and would grant you 200 pounds British sterling. However, if the hall boy attends at 100, cool. So there you go. Okay. Now, what he cannot do is if somebody doesn't have any monetary favor, they can't add 100 to it. So it's only adding to an existing 100. All right. So that's one option. Or the hall boy can stand in when the butler is mandatory on a gentry card, regardless of whether the butler is available. So, in other words, the hall boy can replace the butler on a gentry card. All right? However, when doing so, he forgoes doing the supplemental. So if it were a butler required, it still would only be 200 bucks or 200 pounds if the hall boy attended. If it isn't the butler required, then it would be a plus 100. I hope that makes sense. Okay? All right. The third option is the hall boy can stand in for a footman on the Carriage House service tile. So that is one of the tiles in here. So if it comes into play, then the hall boy can replace the footman on there, even if there is a footman available. Pretty easy. Okay? That's the hall boy. So replaces a butler on a gentry card or plus 100. Awesome. Good deal. All right. Now, the head housemaid right here. The head housemaid, 2 actions for her. The head housemaid on a gentry card or activity tile with an invite favor to allow a player to screen guests, meaning draw 2, keep 1. So, for instance, with this one, it would be draw 1 guest and keep it. But as you all know, there are some cads and there are some, folks of lower stature that we do not want in our deck. So if we were to play the head housemaid here, she would allow us to draw 2, keep 1, which is identical to that action. So that's essentially what she does. Or if the housekeeper is a mandatory servant on a gentry card, she may stand in lieu of that, regardless of whether or not the housekeeper is available. All right? But, again, if she is standing in for the housekeeper, then her supplemental effect, meaning the draw 2, keep 1, the add 1, basically draw an additional, does not apply, just like with the houseboy. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, cool. All right. And then there is something that I could honestly use a little bit, and that is the useful man. That is that cat right there. The useful man is, wait for it, useful. 5 abilities for the useful man. A moment. If you put him, I mean, it is a him, useful man, right? All right. Onto a private study tile, which we do not, or check that, we do this one, which regards, is in reference to the village fair. Increasing the revenue from the village fair by £200. So if it's not flipped, add 200. If it is flipped, add 200. So it goes from 0 to 200, or if it's flipped, 300 to 500. Awesome, okay? And that's if you put the useful man on there. Place the useful man onto any tile in the builder's market when making a purchase, and it's minus 100, whatever that number is, in addition to any other discounts or adjustments that you would have to make. If you place the useful man onto any improvement tile located here in the organizer, there, with a prestige rating visible, meaning playable tiles, decrease that prestige rating by 1. So in other words, this number, if that were a 3 and I put a useful man on it, that then becomes a 2. All right. And then there are one-time use throughout the entire game. If you have a useful man and you choose to discard it out of the game permanently, then you can refresh the builder's market. It's a one-time free instead of having to use a special action. Or remove him from the game and allow the player to search the tile bag for a specific tile. Not a monument, though. But you place it on the 800-pound space, all right? Which the tile that it was here gets removed and placed back into the bag. Everything slides down, and then you put the specific tile that you're looking for right there, but you lose the useful man for the remainder of the game. So those are the new servants. There you go. That's pretty much it, okay? Now, I need to go over Howard. I need to go over the draft. The draft is very simple in the solo game. It's pick one. And from there, then the objectives we need to deal out, and then we can begin. All right. Maria says, the useful man goes to the builder's market, gets very drunk, and doesn't return. All right. Oh, wait. Did I misspeak on the cook? Hold on. Give me a moment. Yes, I misspoke about the cook. It does not increase this number by 1. It increases that by 1. And that is a permanent thing whenever the cook does that action. It is a permanent +1. It is not that number. I misspoke on that. I apologize. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and talk about Family Howard, shall we? So Family Howard, don't think it's a temporary. Let me double check. No, it's a permanent one, to the best of my knowledge. So the family bonus here. Howard Family Cook is renowned in Derbyshire. Begin the game with the cook. Oh, it's a temp bonus? Really? So it goes back 1? Okay, then if so, well, wait. It's permanent. Okay, good. I was right. All right. So I start with a cook. So there's that. Now, before we start the draft, let me make sure I do this in the right order. So the draft, so we're going to go out of sequence. Only the first step should happen first. Okay, then we draft. So we put the servants out, and now before we put out the tiles, correct? Take one of each, right? Okay. Okay, so now, and that is before we put out the builders market. Just want to make sure I'm doing that right. Yep, that's right. Okay, so now we have to decide which of we get to draft a new servant. So I just went over what they do. Now the question is, I feel like money is going to be good, so the hall boy makes a lot of sense. I'm less enamored with the head housemaid, even though the draw two, keep one would be nice, especially with a prestige guest. Not gonna lie, that would be really nice. But I feel like that's somewhat limited in that regard. The useful man, really useful. Guarantee going to get us 200 quid because for the village fair, we're not going to skip that. And being able to discount 100 on the market makes sense as well. Maria says the head housemaid. I guess it does limit, or it's less about getting rid of the bad guests, and it's more about choosing the one that you want. It does give a little bit of flexibility, but I'm less enamored with the flexibility on that. And you know what? I really like the flexibility of discarding the useful man at the end to be able to place the tile. Yeah, I'm thinking the useful man, but I will go ahead and let the peanut gallery make this decision. So which do we want to draft? It could be a, so with the draft, I can't get a second cook, obviously, right? So technically, it would be it's basically any of these. I can draft any one, including an extra valet, an extra footman, or the lady's maid, all right? Mr. Knife, a grizzled Swiss Army veteran, welcomed into the Howard service staff as their new useful man. I think the general consensus is let's go ahead and get a useful man. All right? You know what? I feel like that's a little hard to see because the brown on brown, but there we go. All right? Always need a useful man. Honestly, I could use a useful man. Like an assistant, I'm seriously getting to the point to where I'm legitimately thinking about hiring an assistant. I'm talking real world stuff. So there we go. All right. So now let's finish the setup. So the objective cards, which technically should have already been done during the player setup, we get, it is 5 now. So I've shuffled all these, but you know. All right, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right, fine. I'm just following the rules. I understand. Technically, we should have already seen these, but the builder's market, we shouldn't, according to the rules, because you interrupt setup. So there you go. All right, so what do we have? For every prestige tile, so every one of these going to be worth a point. Okay. A group bonus, we're going to go ahead and put this over here. Group bonus is 11 points, flower room, in any one garden, including the monument gardens. All right, dig it. Ooh, a tableau bonus, 7 points, 3 of each, including sporting, obviously. There we go. Okay. This one is a little bit more specific. It's a literature group. That one's the nature group, 12 points. It requires specifically the main library and the North Library required. Okay. And we have the stateroom required for 5 points. So, okay. I'll be honest. I like these 3. I think these 2 are totally doable. This one, all depends on what comes out. So, okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we have that. So our setup is done. So now out here, objectives, casual, done. Tiles, done. Round track, done. Builder's market. Here we go. So we're going to put out 6 out there in the builder's market. And I thought showing you guys this would make sense because I explained it during the last stream, but I don't know that well, I know for a fact I didn't show it. So, all right, so we will go 1, 2. Oh, we can't have monuments out there at the beginning. Let me double check. Only improvement tiles with a prestige rating of 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wow. And I actually have mixed these up, and I grabbed 2 of them. So those are going to go back into the bag. So, okay. Whoop. Come on, come on, get off. Getting all the strings, extra strings from the bags. There, there. Wow, all of those are going back in so far. I will explain why here in a moment. So the monuments, these. So we have the largest wine cellar and the sculpture garden. Those, monuments, not allowed. And you're only allowed 1, 2s, and 3s. That's 6, 5, 4. Okay. Those go back into the bag. All right. So here we go. That's a 5. All right. 5, 5. Finally, we have something. All right. So there's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's 4. I think. Let me double check. 6, no. And wow, another? Let's see. Yes, a monumental wine cellar. I'm all for that, Todd. What do we have? That's a 4. That's not good. Jeez. There we go. Get rid of all those extra strings in a moment. This is well mixed, I will say. Really? Huh. 1, 2, well, all right, let's go ahead and start this. So so what we're looking at now are that little number right there in black. So that is number 14. That is 34. That is 25. That is 30. That is 25. So those will double up. And that is 91. So right now we have that, oh, other way. And let me double check that you can. Let me see. Yep, stacked on top, just making sure. Okay, and there we go. And we have number 2, or this is a 2, which is number 55. There we go. So that is our starter. That is where we are. That is where we begin. So what do we have? We have the housekeeper's room. I believe that's one of the new ones. The housemaid ability says, make sure that's it for setup. I think that's it. Yeah, all right, we're good. So, head housemaid may perform any female service role except the cook. And see, this is why I understand why people might say, you know, maybe do that first. But per the rules, you do it before the buildings or before the tiles are out. The servants' quarter can deploy one servant from the servants' quarter each turn, which means, remember, when they're out of service, they go here, one turn, another turn, so you would be able to use them from there. So there's that. The servants' hall for the rumor mill. Place any servant to gossip about local Derbyshire family, so steal a reputation. However, in the solo game, that doesn't work. And let me double check because I don't think that ever came up in the last game, did it? I don't believe so. Whoa. Wow. Okay. A moment. Sorry. It didn't quite work how I wanted it to, but Reginald, thank you for that. Wow. Okay. Reginald said, thank you for the great content that makes these crazy times a little more bearable. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. A lot. Wow. All right. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, though, the servants' hall for the solo game. All right? But moving on. The renovated kitchen. This is also one of the expansion tiles. Notice that it is plus 300, plus 100, plus 200, so it's on top of the money, the cost there at the top. Gourmet tasting. Requires 2 gentry. Check that. It requires the cook and allows you to play 2 gentry. And it says guests of any prestige rating may attend. Wow. I would love to be in the renovated kitchen, I'm just saying. So, I love that tile, and I am going to do everything in my power to get that tile. Okay? All right. Moving on. The breakfast room requires I have these set aside so I make sure I get the names right this time. The housekeeper. And allows you to play 4 gentry, but requires 2 reputation to be able to play that tile. And then the Babbling Brook. It's fly fishing. So it requires a footman and is a green sporting tile on this side. It allows you to play 4 gentlemen, gets you 400 quid and a reputation. But when you do it, you actually flip it over, and it will then allow you to paint watercolor landscapes. And it requires a footman, allows you to play 4 ladies, and that symbol says search the discard pile for any guest or family member and place it back into your active hand. So basically anything that you've already played allows you to bring it back in. That's awesome, and a reputation. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Dan. So, to get back to it. So the servants' hall functions like a monument. The AI doesn't lose anything, but you expend a servant to gossip about the worthless crawlies and gain a tech reputation. There we go. Awesome. All right. So those are our buildings. And I need to put these back into the bag. Those are all the ones that we drew that we could not use. There are a lot of tiles in here right now. All right. Ooh, that's a good point, Brand. This could be really sick if you end up with the Fairchilds, right? Ooh, good call, good call. All right, so we begin. I lied. One more thing I want to show. Then we'll begin. All right, so if we take a look at Crawley, let's go ahead and look at where he's at, the family Crawley. And for some reason, Crawley just seems male to me. So, same disclaimer as the last time. This is Victorian England. Men had certain roles, women had certain roles. This is not 2021 where all that goes out as it should. But in the theme of the game, just understand there are only men, there are only women, and they have certain roles. I'm not condoning that. This is simply a game of the theme of the time period. So a little bit of grace on that. All right. So that said, now when we get to the courtship, they have 0 points for essentials. They have 2 in service, 2 in estate, and then -2 in prestige and 2 in sporting. Whereas we will go ahead and take a look at our estate real quick. We're already beating them in the private study. However, when we flip this, remember that's going to go to 0. So it'll be 0 to 0. 0 here in the butler's room, and if we flip it, that gets us 1. They have 2. The main gazebo, they're at 2. We start at -2, but when it flips, it goes to 2. They are at -2 in the prestige column. We're at -2, but when it flips, it goes to +2. Okay? And finally, sporting, they are at 2. We start at -3, and when it flips, it goes to the +2 side, plus any other additional tiles that we get, obviously. In addition to that, let's go ahead and take a look at our family. So we start with James Earl Howard, requires no service, is worth 3 points, right? Okay, but 200 quid, he'll get us. Thomas, the Viscount Winchester, either 100 quid or 1 reputation. Right? If we had the hall boy, it'd be 200. Then Lady Diana Stark. She allows us to gain 1 casual guest, but if she is escorted or accompanied with a prestige guest in an activity, also gains 2 reputation. Okay? And finally, we have Victoria, the Countess Howard, allows us to draw 2 casual guests, keep 1, or to discard permanently a casual guest, i.e. a cad or, you know, somebody that's big into gossip, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so that's what we have. All right, perfect timing, actually, Stacy. All right. So, what do we start with? Now, this makes sense because we want to do that before the village fair, but right now, I don't think we need to. So I think we do that next turn. The main gazebo makes sense. It gets us a prestige guest right away and gets us off the -2. Oh, you know what? I just realized there's probably one other thing I should go over before we start. Whenever you pass, which is to be able to draw all the cards, all the gentry cards back into your hand, notice there is 1 extra additional thing here. Unlike the original, the base game, let me show you the base game one. The base game looks identical, except for the, oh, you can hire servants in lieu of collecting 200 pounds or refreshing the builder's market. Okay? So, wanted to point that out because I feel like even though it's not important right now, I think it's important to point out. Now, the hiring action, if you choose to hire when you pass also, it's exactly as if you had done the butler's room here, okay? The butler's room tile is placed and you have to use the butler or the under butler. So if you choose to do the hire servants, you during the pass, you get to actually play that tile as long provided you have the butler or the under butler. Okay, and then just like normal, they would go into the expended service, whoever you hire, as well as the regular butler, etc., etc. Okay, all right, cool. Just wanted to point that out. All right. So that said, what do we think we want to do? We have no money. I mean, I love the idea of getting some tiles at the market, which would require us probably to play the bowling green. I'll be honest, that along with the cook allows us to play it early, I think. Oh, shoot, I forgot the 2 starter guests. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. So, here we go. You know what? You guys didn't see me shuffle these. So, here, take my word for it. You'll be able to hear me. If you're nervous about hearing a riffle shuffle, close your ears. Oh, the S in Viscount is silent. It's Viscount. Well, thank you for the pronunciation help, James and Mats. There we go. All right, so done. Sort of a pseudo cut. I forgot we do start with 2 casual guests. So here we go. What do we have? Bam. Oh, great. All right, Roger, the Viscount Benton. See, I learned, all right? Gives you a guest, loses a prestige, requires a valet, and is worth -2 points. He's a cad. Holds an ancient title, but rumors of the poor treatment of young ladies follow him. What a cad. All right. And then we have, I'm trying to make sure my head is out of the way here. Sir Carlisle Bloodworth. Originally from Ashbourne, Sir Carlisle serves in the Foreign Office and travels frequently to South America. All right. So requires 2 reputation, requires a valet, and gets you 200 quid. Wow, that was a crappy draw. That sucks. Hey, Alyssa, what's up? Okay, so getting back to this, I still am leaning towards the main gazebo. All right. Oh God, their starter guest. Now you would think I'm new. Ignore these. Golly. Man, spilling that tea. So that's what took me so long. Really? This afternoon. Made tea, spilt it all over. There you go. Yep, you're right. Thank you. God. You would think. Irritated at myself. All right. Let me grab the starter guests. I apologize. Oh, God. Don't tell me I shuffled them in. I don't think I did. I don't think so. Let me double check. I did. All right. So give me a second. I have to fix this. I got a little carried away in my shuffling this afternoon getting ready for the game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, made a huge mess of the first cup of tea that I made. And so, yeah, my bad. Kind of threw me all off. Thank you. So how's everybody doing this Tuesday afternoon in the meantime? And Adam, when you timestamp this, you can actually point out, oh, wait, really? No, the start is now. So. Hold on. No, I understand. So here is the regular deck with the new cards in it. I'm going to shuffle these, and then I will shuffle them back in after I've drawn 2. Exactly. So. All right. So we will go with that one and that one. And then, just to make them a little bit more even, now we will shuffle them in. "10 minutes, Rocky, 10 minutes. And then is it scotch today? Really? That was not useful. Really? Manual dexterity at a premium today, apparently. Cannot shuffle. Geez, wow. Pocket Galapagos this afternoon. All right. I am unfamiliar with that one, Scott. I am having a bit of a day, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. the joys of live, but that's okay. There we go. Good enough. Now that that's done, now, shall we look at who our starter guests are? Ahem. Here we go. We have Miss Adelaide Howe. Miss Howe is the great-granddaughter of the famous Viscount William Howe. So, there we go. Worth no points, but gives us a rep, and 1 quid requires the lady's maid. And Lady Mary Russell. Exact same stuff, except the stunning and refined Lady Mary is the youngest daughter of Oscar, Earl of Rochdale. I'm guessing on the pronunciation on that one. All right. So there's our starter hand. Finally. Bourbon. Got it. All right. Cool. That probably would be easier, Dan, but alas, here we go. All right, so that said, I think we're going to start with the main gazebo. So it requires a footman. So hold on, first off, rotate service we don't need to do. There's the round track, we're already at 1. So here you go, Adam. Timestamp it now. Okay. So, rotate service, the round track done, the monuments, servants hall don't come into play, host an activity. We are going to choose the main gazebo. So, level 1, 1 reputation, we're good to go on that. So we have hosted the activity, now we need to invite guests. So, provide service, I guess technically is afterwards. So, 2 gentry, we have to choose who we're going to play, and we're going to get 1 prestige there. I think we need some money. I think we play that. And then I think we draw some more guests. I think we need them. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. The 200 doesn't really help us. But then again, the 300 really doesn't help us up here either because we don't have a housekeeper. You know? Oh, check that. We do. No, the head housemaid may perform female service, meaning her. But we don't have her yet. So honestly, I don't think the money is vital. Wow, okay, if the money isn't vital right now. If the money isn't vital, and I'm planning on playing the private study, maybe instead we do that to where we can get actually more options. I think we do that instead. I like that better. All right, so we have invited the guests. So the guests are going to be these 2. Provide service. So providing service now is, that requires a footman and no service. So we don't need any of that. We do have the cook and the useful man. The useful man we're not going to use until the village fair, so that. But the cook, we don't need until we're actually playing prestige guests and stuff. So really, honestly, I think we're going to wait. All right, a level 3 prestige would be great. So we're done providing service. So now we enjoy favors. We have no poundage. We have no money. So that's first. No reputation bump because not escorted by a prestige gentleman. So now it's guests. So we'll go ahead and start with the casual guests. So we'll draw 2 casual guests and keep 1, and then we will draw a 3rd and just keep it. All right? So 1 and 2. We will do Victoria's first. Okay? So here we go. Here are the 2. Draw 2, keep 1. We have Theodore Marshfield, Esquire, the youngest son of Lord Marshfield, has a passion for British military history. All right. And Miss Caroline West, Miss West's fortune comes from trade that she has managed shrewdly. So looking at this, since we already have a bunch of ladies that require ladies' maids, it kind of makes sense. Plus, 200 is better than 100. Everything in my power says we should be going there, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and keep Theodore and bid adieu to Miss Caroline West, who will go to the bottom of the deck, never to be seen again during this game. And now we will draw the top one for Lady Diana Stark here. So here we go. That, not the worst, honestly, early. We lose 3 points if she's in our hand at the end of the game, but we have Anne Haskins, the American heiress. Or heiress, sorry. Miss Hawkins, sorry. Hails from Connecticut. Her father's in railroads. So, you lose 3 rep if you have it to lose, but you get 800 quid. That'll do. That'll do. So, into the hand we go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and grab the prestige guest. Hopefully, it's a 3 reputation one. It is 4. So that's something to keep in mind. He's worth 3 points. It is Sir Charles Fitzwilliam, and I forget what the BT stood for. Somebody can remind me at the end. The haughty and taciturn Sir Charles, considered disagreeably by all, owns a sprawling estate in Cheshire. Requires a valet. Gets you 4 reputation, but when he's acquired, oh my God, really? You lose 2 casual guests? Is that what I'm reading on that? Is that really what I'm reading? Dan? Lose 2 casual guests? If so, I know what ones I'm losing, but Baronet, thank you. So provided that's the case, when acquired, ladies, I will bid you adieu. Both of the starter ladies will go away. Oh, I'm aware of that. So it's a promo. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. Gets us 4 reputation. And he only hurts us when he first comes into play. It's a promo. There's a promo unique rule card here as well. Thank you. So, Sir Charles Fitzwilliam. Let's see. There you go. When the card is drawn to place 2 casualty guests, yeah, from active hand or discard pile. However, you can't discard CADs or anything with negative endgame victory points and then put it into your active hand. I'm okay with that, actually. Yeah, I want to use it. I think that makes it a little bit more exciting. So, ladies, apparently Mr. Darcy here has offended the sensibilities of these 2 young lasses. So therefore, they will bid us adieu. So, goodbye. Now, we could get rid of the heiress. No, we're not. Plus, her dad plays 18XX, right? And we could get rid of Theodore Marshfield. However, 200 is better than 100. But hold on. They give rep. And because the heiress is going to get us 800, you can't discard family, obviously. But you know what? Since she already requires the lady's maid, I think we will keep these 2 and discard those 2 ladies, as I said. All right? There we go. So that will go. They will go away to the bottom of the deck, and Mr. Darcy into our hand. It's not Mr. Darcy, but indulge me. So we are done, and there is no other servants, so nothing else going on. Buy from the market. We have no cash. Now we clean the board. These 2 will go into our discard. Expended service, there. The main gazebo will now flip over. because it has the starter building on it. We then flip it over to the Rose side, and hey, we're now tied in the estate one for when it comes to Courtship. All right. Excellent. So there we go. That is the end of the first round, except, now I suppose Crawley is supposed to take their turn. What we really don't want is, we don't want Crawley to get rid of either that or that. So we don't want 4 or 6. So if we look at this, 4 or 6, there are no monuments out there, so we ignore this row. We just look at this row. So we don't want 4 or 6. So 11, 12, or 15. So how about 4? That'd be great. How about a 4? Think 4. So let's go 4. 5 also works. Position 2. Position 2 is the servants' quarters. Unfortunate, not going to lie, because both of those tiles now out of the game. Apparently, the Crawleys have a very large household and require 2 separate servants' quarters. So now these will slide down. That should flip over to its original side. Sorry about that. And we will draw a new one. Yes, an obnoxious Mr. Darcy chases some ladies away. Exactly. Hello, Scott. Long time no see. So what do we have? What did we draw? We have the riding stables. So you'll notice it says minus 200, so it's only 600 there. A gentleman and a lady, and 200. And it's another sporting tile. All right, cool. All right, rotate service. Anything here would move over. There, whoop, done. All right. Then round track, okay, done. Monument, servants' hall, none, and probably, yeah. Okay, so now host an activity. What activity do we want? I think if we're going to do the private study, we need to do it now. So I think we're going to have to go ahead and host that activity. So we will go ahead and take the private study. It requires the butler and 2 family members. All right, so let's see. We have exactly that option as our, because nobody else is a family member. All right. Yeah, that's it. The useful man, again, we're saving the useful man. So, okay. Provide service, done. Because they don't require any service, and now enjoy the favor. So we can either get some reputation or an extra 100 quid. So we're getting 200 for sure. We're at 0 rep. And because the heiress we're probably going to play next turn, I don't think we want the rep. So therefore, I think we just take the 300 quid. There we go. Done. That's it. Now, we could buy from the market if we so desired. So let's see. 300, 600, 800, 600, 700, 600. So the housemaid, I'm sorry, the housekeeper's room, meh. So honestly, I would say no. So we're not going to purchase anything. We will clear the board. The butler will come over into extended service. The private study goes from 3 down to 0. We are now tied with the Crawleys for essentials, and we are tied with the Crawleys in estate right now. And we are tied in prestige at -2, and we are losing 2-0 on service, and we are losing 2 to -3, as it were, for us. But this is going to produce us, so I'm about to lose the reputation, aren't I? And I will get the 300. That's okay. Yeah, all right, that's all right. So now it is Crawley's turn and there are still no monuments out, so we don't want the 3 or the 5 spots. So we don't want the 8 to 10. So let's go like 4 again. 4 is good. 19, no purchase. But if no purchase, the next turn is -5 from the roll. Okay, so remind us of that. So nothing happens in the market. I actually would have preferred he gotten that out of there. And while I'm thinking about it, there was also one thing I was going to do. Grab that out of the House of York. And the die will go on there to represent, hey, remember that it's going to be -5 next turn. And I will keep that out because that's where that is. All right. Have a good one, Renee. All right. So, new round. Hey, we had the Village Fair. So the Village Fair says, players who have flipped over the study tile receive 2 reputation. Whoop, whoop. And 300 quid at the start of each player's turn. So that'll be 1, 2, and there we go. Excellent. There's the Village Fair. And the Useful Man. If we place the Useful Man on the study tile at the beginning of the Village Fair round, and we're gonna, increases 200 more quid, which was part of the reason we did it. We are now at 800 quid. Excellent. But he is now expended. So done. All right. It's okay. It's okay. So round track, host the activity. So now what do we want to do? Okay, well, I mean, that is our hand of cards. So if we do this, the interesting thing, we can get an extra 1,000, which 1,800 is a ridiculous amount of money at this point in the game. And then we would be able to buy whatever it is we want to buy. And I think we hang on to Mr. Darcy, and then we pass next turn. The reason is we don't want to play this and this because, well, I guess we would gain one, right? Yeah, we would offset the loss actually of the village. I think that's actually better than. That's better than the 200. So maybe, oh, I can't. He's a 4. We can't because, never mind. Can't play him yet. Max 3 with the cook. You're right. That should have rotated over. Thank you. Once we get that to 2, though, the cook will be able to bring him in. Okay. But we can't right now. So it's going to be these 2. Which then says which ones do we play, right? Which is going to be the bowling green or the main gazebo again. Because we don't have 2 ladies, so we can't do the front parlor and play whist. We can't hire, and that's moot. So it comes down to there or there. And I mean, why don't we just load up with a ton of money? I think that's what we do. And that way we get rid of the -3 as well. Because this has already been flipped. I think that's what we do. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to go ahead and head out and play some bowls. It requires a footman and 2 gentry, which will be those 2. So Mr. Darcy will hang out in our hand. All right. And we are not doing anything with the cook as far as supplemental service, so therefore we are going to lose 3 reputation, which is going to be 1, 2, and we can't go any lower. So that's okay. And even if we were all the way here, we still could play that, which is an awesome time to do that. But alas, we cannot. So we're going to get a total of 8, 1,000, 1,300, and that'll be 1,500 quid. We might not have much by way of rep, but good Lord, we're rolling deep right there. 2,100 quid. Okay? I mean, that's awesome. That'll do. Okay, so now we can buy from the market, and I think we shall. I think we shall. So now that we've reset our reputation, the thing is, once we go to level 2 rep, we could use the cook to play Mr. Darcy, but we reset it, which really kind of sucks in that regard. But, the Renovated Kitchen says you can play 2 gentry, requires the cook, and the guests of prestige rating of any prestige rating may attend. Seems awfully good. Awfully good. Now, the other one that I was looking at, though, was the Babbling Brook, because it is oh shoot, I forget the term, but they're double-sided, right? The green, the sporting, as well as the estate, and they will keep flipping back and forth as we play them. I think that's tempting, but I do think that we go the Renovated Kitchen. Oh, shoot. God. Provide service. Thank you. I did. Here we go. Thank you. Yes. Shh. All right. So we'll go ahead and... What's 800 quid? Who cares? Whatever. Didn't even notice it. All right. So we will take the Renovated Kitchen. Excellent. All right. So we have bought from the market. We will clear the board. So these 2 come over with the useful man as well as the footman. This will now flip over to the positive 2. So we are tied, 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 losing, tied. I'm okay with that for a first round going into Courtship. I know. I wish I could have used Mrs. Puggins. All right. So, all right. These 2 will go away. And now, Mr. Crowley will go. So we're going to -5. Oh, check that. Check that. This first. We will fill, and then we will, the Crawleys will take their turn. And we have Servants' Hall. It is a duplicate, so that will go right here, and we will draw again. Okay. A smoking room for cigars and port. All right, 2 gentlemen, 3 rep. Requires the butler. Of course it does, right? Because cigars and port. All right. So that's the now, Mr. Crawley. And honestly, like, I would like it anything but the Babbling Brook because none of this stuff helps right now. So anything but the Babbling Brook, which is the 4th one. The 4th one is an 11 or 12. So let's just go, again, let's get rid of the housekeeper's room. So how about a 1? You know what? 1 to 9 works. Because -5, right? So 1 to 9. Get rid of that first tile. 18 -5 is 13. 13, position 5. So this will now come off of there, and we'll go ahead and actually put it back up here so we know we're not using it. Position 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The writing stables. All right. Done. You guys following along? At home, everything making sense? You guys doing well here? And, ooh, we have the Carriage House. All right, another expansion one. So a gracious host. Place a footman or the hall boy to raise or lower the activity guest count by 1 guest. So maybe you only have, say, 3 gentry and you wanted to do the breakfast room. Well, you could do that. Or maybe you could jump it to a 5th. So that's actually a really tasty tile. I like that. I dig that one a lot. All right. All right. And Dan brings up a good point that with the Howard family, getting the housemaid, the head housemaid in combination with the cook, because then you can draw 2, discard 1 for the prestige guest, so that hopefully you will be able to use the cook to then be able to play the prestige guest in the first quarter of the game. So all that makes sense. All that's valid. All right. We are done. We move into Courtship. All right. So y'all have not seen me shuffle these, so we will shuffle these. All right. So we have shuffled those. We will also shuffle the VP deck. Oops. Try that again. Oh, and Dan explained to me that these are the exact same as what comes in the base deck, the base game. Sorry, they're just larger. So yeah, there's no reason to ever use the tiny choking hazard cards again. Dan knows I'm just giving him a hard time about that. All right, so now we have Courtship. So what's going to happen is we are going to draw, you know what? Peanut Gallery, you guys get to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 because 2 of each. Pick a number 1 through 10. When I get 3 of them, I will pick that one, and that will be what the Fairchilds are looking for this round for the first Courtship. 1 through 10. And I will have some tea. Oh, yeah. Oh, I want the blame solely on y'all's shoulders. And yes, historically it does go poorly, but I'm giving you guys a chance at redemption. All right, looks like number 3 was the first one to get 3 of them. All right. And what do we have? We will bring the Fairchilds down. To be clear, we win or we tie anything but service. All right, sporting. So, and I don't think I have this one saved, so give me a second. So I think what we will do, a moment. There we go. All right, so I will save that as up there in the corner. All right, cool. So if you notice, their sporting is at 2. So we then come over and we look at ours. Our sporting here is also at 2. So we are tied. So what happens? We each get a victory point marker. So this one will come over here for the Crowleys, and this one will come over here for us. And oh no, you don't get to see what it is. Well, no, I guess you do have to, don't you? Because it may be something that we could turn in for something. So we will go ahead and turn this one in or flip it over. Oh, well now, that'll do. 4 prestige at the end of the game, or we could turn it in for a prestige guest. Wow. All righty. You know what? We're just going to put this right over here as a reminder. Wow. Yeah, you can't make scones good enough for people to forget they're having tea with an American. All right, so that is Courtship. We tied, so we each get the victory point marker, but nobody gets the Fairchilds. So keep in mind that the sporting will matter for endgame. But there we go. So rotate service. Whoop. There and there. And now the round track, monument, servants hall, yada, yada, yada. Then we are going to host an activity. We have one card left in our hand. Yeah, I think so. I think the very first thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we can turn in the victory point cards at any point on our turn, correct? Let me double check. At any time before the game ends. I think we ought to do that right now. All right. So I think we go ahead, get rid of that. Okay. So yeah, I think so. So we will turn that in. That was a great draw. So well done, Peanut Gallery. Give yourselves. Well done. Okay. So we're going to turn that in. We will. Oh, service tile reserve needs to activate. What? Oh, right, yeah. Thank you. Okay, right, my bad. All right, so let me show y'all this. That's right. So if you take a look right here, it says begin service tile reserve. So what that means is up here, the service tile. So all of the service tiles, there, and there, will now come over here, and they are 300 unless you want a servants hall, which I'm just going to throw the other servants hall out because I can only have one of them. That's actually 500, and realistically, I'm never going to take that one. So it's the carriage house or the housekeeper's room, first and foremost. So that will come over, and then we will draw. This is why the Peanut Gallery, you guys are invaluable. Remind me of things that I forget, because I forget stuff all the time. All right, so we have a tennis court. Again, remember, one of the of our bonuses worth 7 points is having 3 of every tile. So having another green might not be terrible. The north dining room doesn't help us, but 5 gentry is nice. And the English garden, that is an important one. Why, you might ask? Because if you take a look down here at our tableau, we need the flower room in any one garden for that one. Let's scoot that back over. There we go. This one. So the fact that the English garden came out. Hold on. Okay, Mats, I got a glory to Rome for keeping you in suspense about the prestige guest. We haven't gotten there yet. Sorry. I'm just saying, if Reginald said, hey, flip it over, I'm going to flip it over. But Reginald didn't say that. All right. All right. So that's all done. Now we need to actually discard one of these because we have gone through a courtship. I'll be honest. I hate these. I think these are weak. I mean, they're easy to score. I mean, it's a guaranteed point. I get that. I like my chances of drawing out a stateroom by the end of the game. Although, if I go for this one, which requires 3 of everything, then this is worth 3 points. Whereas if we don't draw the stateroom, so I could make a case for getting rid of either of these. So Peanut Gallery, y'all choose. Are we getting rid of 1 or 2? Y'all choose. Okay. What's up, Nico? Mike? Mike, I need a peanut gallery. Tried to play CO2 over the weekend. Holy cow, I kept forgetting stuff. Yep, it happens. So, and just remember what Mark Herman said. As long as you are not actively trying to cheat the game, it's going to happen. Yep, that's a shocker. Bye. All right, we're just going to put it to the bottom of the objective deck. It's less I got to clean up later, and we're never going to get through that many. All right. So, Calgacus will be able to rub it in later. He's the only one. And Wolf. All right. All right. You guys, y'all, by the way, I'm trying really hard not to use guys whenever it's a mixed company, so I apologize. Guys is universal to me, but nonetheless, I'm trying. Okay? All right, so here we go. This is our prestige guest that we paid 4 points for this card. Oof. Clarence, Lord Archer, the grandson of low-born mercantile genius Eli Archer. This bombastic peer disdains his family's origins. On the positive side, a point. The negative, and 600 quid. The downside is 4 reputation and 1 point. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're going to pass this turn. So first things first, rotate service. Everybody's available. The round track we've already done, technically. We've done everything else associated with it. And now we will pass. So we will go ahead and break out the pass card. All right. All right, so pass, reclaim the deck. Everybody back into the pool. So we get everybody back there. Okay, refresh service. Well, unfortunately, so. Or wait, whoa, hold on, wait. Yeah, unfortunately, we can do the renovated kitchen. We are not passing. Check that. Good call. Good call. Everybody back. Uh-oh. I don't know if we can. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm trying to find for attendance because they both need valets. I'm trying to remember who can sub in for the other valet. That's the question. Can the butler stand in for the valet? I don't know. Yeah, no, I can't. That's right. I can't use it. We are going to pass. So the kitchen requires 2 gentry, which is here, and both of them require a valet. We have 1, and the useful man won't step in. The under butler could, but only if we have the tile that allows us to gain the under butler. So hold on. So the question that, oh yeah, because we'll be able to pass and that, yeah, okay, so yeah, yep, yeah, there you go. All right, so we will pass, right? Okay, so reclaim the deck, refresh service. Now, we could hire servants And I think that's awfully good. I think we are going to hire servants. Because there are actually buildings out there that tiles in the builder's market that I want. So I don't want to do that. The 200's nice. We have 1,300. I think we're okay. But hiring servants, I think, makes sense. So when we do the hire servants, the butler's room comes over. We'll require the butler and then hire 2 servants from the supply. So we can choose any of these. So I think we're definitely going to get a valet at this point, for sure. But now the question is, what else do we take? I could make a case, we can't do the under butler, right? And looking at our cards in hand, the second valet makes sense because there, okay? So the only ones that matter, we have 3 that require valets, but there. And then we need 1 there. So those are the 4 that require service as of right now. I mean, we could get that head housemaid. The hall boy is less appealing right now. Although the hall boy can step in for the butler there. Man, wow, I don't know. I really could make the case for a lot of these, honestly. Ooh. So, Peanut Gallery, what says you? Maria says head housemaid. Yeah, the hall boy, I agree, doesn't make sense because we have a ton of income. A footman, the head. You know what? I like being. I don't know. We do have the housekeeper's room available to us, so that basically she becomes any of the female. I kind of like that idea, and she gives us the flexibility for drawing. I think so. I think we go there. There we go. I feel good about that. Plus, Cow Cookus kind of got overruled last time, so let's go with that. I'm happy with that. Then we get to shop in the builder's market. Don't mind if we do. Wow, what do we choose? Just 2, no, you're allowed 2. Here, let me show you. Hire 2 servants from the supply, it says on there, okay? All right. Okay, what do we do? The English garden I do want, but it's a reputation for. Yeah, so, yeah. Honestly, I think, because this on the other side, I kind of really like the Babbling Brook. Now, keep in mind, obviously, we can't play any of these until we get our reputation up. But we're going to be able to get our reputation up very quickly with that gentleman and say that gentleman for getting more money. Or, ooh, you know what? If we did something like this, you guys can't see that, with the renovated kitchen, that then would get us a total of 6 reputation, and we could get a new guest. And a 6 reputation allows us to play any of the 2s. But then again, oh, you know, one other thing that I realized that you guys probably, we need to take into account here is this stuff here. So obviously prestige has gone way up. Everything else has gone up minimally. So keep that in mind for our courtship, okay? Because I'm tired of losing courtships. Babbling Brook, the smoking room could be good because on the backside of the smoking room is 4 tile scoring. I think it comes down to those 2. Oh, thank you. There and there. You're right, along with the butler. When we do that, you're right. I like the fact that we already have the sporting here as well. Yeah, I think we go Babbling Brook. So we'll go there, and the Babbling Brook will come out. Done. All right, so now that will go there. This will flip to the other side. Hey, there's 1 at least on that. All right, so that is our pass. That is our turn. So now, Mr. Crowley. There's nothing in the rules that say you don't, Maureen. Let me double check. But I am fairly certain that just because we use the butler's room during the pass, let me see. Doesn't say otherwise. So, oh yeah, we need to refill the building first. You're right. Doot, doot, and doot. See, one thing that, one key thing that Age of Steam has taught me is if a game doesn't say it, don't imply it. The croquet long. All right, more sporting. Again, right? Because sporting. So something to keep in mind. Okay. All right. All right, so now there are no monuments out. So the Crowleys will roll and just wing it. Let's see. 12. 12 looks like position 4. North dining room. Gone. Okay. Mats. Oh, I totally would. Dan, keep in mind, we are, the next time I stream this, I forget the name, the Solo Estate Challenge, which probably ought to show that board since it is. So the Solo Estate Challenge here, all right, is actually an it is the extended board, right? Kind of, I believe, Dan. All right, so let's go ahead and refill. Yeah, seriously, Bran. And we have billiards room. It's a friendly game. All right, cool. There we go. I am very glad that the Crowleys did not take the English garden either. All right. I think secretly they're French, but shh, don't tell anybody. Or actually start that rumor. I'm okay with that. All right. So that is the end of our turn. We passed objective card. So the objective card says players draw 2 objectives, add them to those already in their hand. All right, so that's what we shall do first. We'll just randomly, so 1 there and 1 there. But my question is, can you do the extended game solo? Because doesn't that affect in-game scoring? I don't know the answer to that. All right, so our 2 new objectives. The smoking room and the drawing room required. Well, the smoking room is currently available. That's nice. And guest bonus. 1 victory point for each 3 guests. So anybody but family. Well, there's 1 to throw away. I feel like that seems not super exciting. However, the smoking room and the English garden are now, I think, our 2 targets for in-game things. Okay? Special opponents for the extended. Oh, okay. In Wessex. I'll be honest, I haven't opened Wessex. Well, so to answer your question then, Mats, yeah, we'll probably do 2 more Obsession streams. One that will be the solo challenge, and another will be the extended play. So I'm sure Dan's okay with that. I figure y'all are enjoying this. I'm having a blast. This is good stuff. All right, good. So we did our objective. So here we go. Rotate service. Everybody there. All y'all come on over. No monuments, no servants' hall. Host the activity. I mean, Renovated Kitchen, kind of nice. Because, we can't do the 600 though. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So here's wow. Huh. So just thinking out loud here. The national holiday, nope, sorry, the builder's holiday allows you to buy as many tiles as you want, right? Now, it's a ways away, I understand. But something I'm thinking about is we have no reputation right now. So wouldn't it make sense to try and abuse the heiress's company here? And the extra 600, so that would get us 1,400 right now to go along with the 900 we had. That'd be 2,300 quid. Now, I think after we do that, I think then we focus on possibly getting rid of her out of our hand. And then we use the Renovated Kitchen to start going there, because that's going to be a total of 4 rep every time. Or we could actually make it to where it's 6 rep every time since prestige guests, right? I think doing both of that, well, this is a for sure, but I'm just looking at the 600 for, I think so. I think I like that. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do this turn, and then we may do it 1 more. Probably not, because we want to start getting our reputation up, but I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and bust out the Renovated Kitchen. Requires 2 gentry, so there. And now we will provide service. This one requires the cook, as we mentioned. Then here we have Yeah, all right, never mind. I thought I made a mistake again. There we go. Done. So that's just going to be a straight up 1,400 quid. Make it 1,500. That seems good. 2,300. No, I understand that I need it twice, but I'm just thinking ahead is my thought process. So there we go. And now we can buy from the market. Well, all right. So now the question is, one other thing with the cook, because she didn't do her supplemental. Do I? Yes, even when the cook is used as mandatory servant in a renovated kitchen. So, unfortunately, because she went there, she gains us one, and then the heiress is going to pound us back. So that's all right. All right. So the wrap is nice on the smoking room, plus we need the smoking room and the drawing room. The English garden, I mean, it's a level 4 or reputation, right? I think we go the smoking room. That's what feels right to me. I think so. And yeah, the heiress is definitely making it rain. So here, we're going to expend service just to be able to give us a little bit of room here. So we will go ahead and pay the 400 quid for the smoking room. Requires the butler, but you know, there's that. Okay. I like that. We will flip over the renovated kitchen. Huh. Okay, so hold on. I didn't realize that. So now, no longer interesting. So that goes away. Activities using the cook may add one guest beyond the guest count. Nice, but renovated kitchen now. Yeah, so that was a one-time use. I did not realize that. Okay. Huh. Have a good one, Severine. Okay, so we will refill now. And we have a barn, but it's a service tile. Get off me. There we go. So the service tile, we haven't seen the barn yet, so a moment. Groundskeeping staff is expanded all estates activities. Estates being the red ones, so all of these colored ones generate one reputation. And it only costs 200 for that. Okay, so there's that. But we draw again. And we have the Great Hall. 6 gentry and the butler, but it's a level 6 rep. Woo. All right. But keep in mind, we are halfway home on that. The end. And, I mean, this one, 3 is required, so that's nice. That's not so bad. Not so bad. All right, so we've cleared our board. Everything's done here, so now Crawley goes. So what do we not want Crawley to do? Looks like 3. So we don't want 3, so anything but an 8 or a 10. So let's go 12. Okay, 13 works. Position 5. Position 5, they're going to play some billiards. I have my Joss cue downstairs. I don't blame them. All right. Oh, thank you. Duchess Lilo is having Fancy Feast Sea Bass. If you Duchess fans want to know. Excellent. The cat. All right. So the market. Now we have the Queen's Suites. All right. So you can play. It requires a prestige guest and double one favor. That's nice. And on the other side is a monument. But it does not count as a monument when we're talking about the monument turn stuff here. Okay? All right. Yes, we got the smoking room. All right, so we are done, good. All right, rotate service. All y'all come on over. Hey, we got our useful man back. There. Round track, last turn before courtship. All right, so now, looking at this, it's 0-3-3-7-2. 0 tied, 3 losing currently. And there is a way to beat that, so there's that. Currently losing on the estate, 3-2. We're way losing on prestige, and we are winning on sporting. Okay. I did not know there is a Duchess Lilo card in the game, but that is awesome. Like Asher, may he rest in peace. He is in Uwe Rosenberg's game. Shoot, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the game off the top of my head. I am a terrible, terrible dog father. All right. So what are we trying to do here, y'all? So I'm just thinking about shopping for a second. We're at 0, that doesn't help. Okay, so there's no way we can do better than tie here. We can win this. We can win this. No, and we are winning this. So leaning towards one of these two, but okay. All right. For purchasing. So what are we looking at? We are currently at 1 prestige, or 1 rep. So if the cook is still not available, but we do have the housekeeper, I'm sorry, the head housemaid for drawing. That would allow us to draw 3. I don't think that's really helpful right now. Reckholt, thank you, James. But I need rep more than anything. So here's what we have available to us. And not available right now, so we're not even going to tease that. We're swimming in cash. We can't play the smoking room. We can't play the Babbling Brook yet. That would be awesome if we could. So I think next turn we focus on reputation. For sure, we're not going to be able to play that. That's not going to work. We need rep. I think we have to go whist. I think so. So if that's the case, then the two ladies made our decision for us. Right there. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Plus, I don't think that's going to be enough to beat them. No. But that's okay. I think we go ahead and play whist. I think so. Yeah, I agree. All right, so whist it is. So we will take the housekeeper there. Neither of them require service. However, we do have the head housemaid. And you know what? If we use the housemaid there, that allows us to draw 2, keep 1, draw 2, keep 1. I think that works out. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Don't forget also the useful man. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, we can't. Ah, the useful man can be played to reduce that number by 1. But yeah, no, I think we stay on target and we do that. All right, so done. We provided service, enjoy the favors. So it's going to be money first, there is none. Then we are looking at rep. That's going to be 3 rep all day. 1, 2, 3. We don't get the 2 because not escorted, accompanied by a prestige gentleman. Then draw 2, keep 1, draw 2, keep 1, and that's that. All right. So these 2 will be done. Expended service, and then we'll draw 2, keep 1, draw 2, keep 1. All right, so here we go. So we'll go to left to right. Well, another American heiress. That one is Susan Norris. Comes from North Carolina and stands to inherit a tobacco fortune. Honestly, right? Because losing the rep. I'll be honest, this also, Theodore Lodge, Esquire. With a sister who is notorious and a great shame to the family, young Theodore is a study in propriety. Woo! I don't think the heiress, as much as I'd love to. So I think we get rid of the heiress. Would y'all agree with that? Right, be able to draw 2, keep 1 because of the head housemaid, but I mean, I don't need the money, I don't think, right? I think so. I think we get rid of the heiress. I think. Wow, that hurts though. I think so. All right, so we're gonna keep him. But it's nice that the heiresses introduced me to heiresses. So here we go. Ugh. All right, so we have, what is this? Miss Agnes Harpstead. She's a pauper. The spinster Miss Harpstead, has led a tragic life, but is beloved for her lively mind. So we lose... Yeah, I can't imagine this is a good thing. The nice thing is no service. But we have Miss Atwood, Miss Penelope Atwood, is warm and generous with little to offer except good cheer and a kind heart. At least it doesn't cost me anything, so I guess so. was kind of a crappy draw on both of them, honestly. Meh. All right, done. All right, so buying from the market. I think we go ahead and buy the English garden at this point. I think that feels like the no-brainer to me. Doesn't really require a whole lot of discussion on that. So there, that will flip over. It's less rep now, but that's okay. So that is going to be a total of 500 quid. Okay, done. Oh, chases her away with her broom. I love it. Yep. Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Well played. And, ooh. It's the imported marble floor. So we now have monuments. All right. So we are done. Cleared the board. Done, done, done. All right. So now that is going to change things because now we are going here. The Crowleys really like their monuments. As you can see, only position 1 through 4 can be taken. And to be honest with you, let's see. There's no stateroom. There's no libraries. We have a garden now, but there's no flower room. So this one's safe, which is actually kind of nice. The Queen Suite is really nice. So would it be the end of the world if they took the marble floor? I don't think so. I mean, it's 8 points, but I don't think it's the end of the world. All right. So whatever. Literally, it doesn't matter to me, I don't think, because the Queen Suite they can't take because position 5. All right. Here we go. That'd be 11. 11 is position 2. Tennis courts. I'm good with that. Knock stuff out. That's 3 sporting they have gotten rid of now. And what do we have? Ew, we have the music room. Oh, that is not the one I thought it was. I thought it was drawing room. Never mind. It's less exciting. Thinking. Because we have the smoking room. We need the drawing room, not the music room. Boo. All right. Done. So that is the end of this. So now we are doing courtship. Pick a number 1 through 9 for those. And to recap, we have tied, losing. Winning, losing. Winning. So, if I had my vote, I would like estate or sporting. But there's less chance of there being sporting since one's already out. So there's a 33% chance between those two. But essentials wouldn't be the end of the world because we would also get a victory point tile. They would as well. But I'm just saying, one of these and we get the Fairchilds. Being able to draw 2 prestige guests would be awfully tasty. Just saying. It's not going to be 3, it looks like. I say that. Oh, I totally forgot music today. Wow, I had it queued up and everything. While y'all are going, wow, hold on. And we are done with the first cup of tea, but it is a good day here at HCHQ. We have Carlos. Cheers, Carlos. Thank you for the support. Thank you very, very much. Be like Carlos. Go to pledgehc.com. Support the show there. Give it a thumb down below. Like, seriously, stop what you're doing. Give it a thumb. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right? Hit the little bell notification. You get notified whenever I go live. It's going to be a real busy week this week. So, yeah. All right. All right. Looks like 7. All right. Thank you. All right. So 7 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we want estate or we want sporting. We'll settle for essentials. So for those scoring at home, that's 5 of 9. That one. I think I did that right. Yeah, all right. Estate or sporting? Sporting actually would be really nice because we double up on that, but we lose because 7, 3. Boo. Boo. Boo the herd. Boo the peanut gallery. Not the herd, peanut gallery. All right, done. All right, that was Courtship. And now we have the Village Fair again, but first we're going to go ahead, begin the PR1 tile reserve. Okay, so here we go. So if there's anything with a 1 out here, it will then go up to there. So that's done. Okay, we need to discard one of our tiles over here. Yeah. All right. So what do we discard? I mean, we're almost 2/3 of the way to that. And you know, with as much money as we're going to get, we're going to be able to buy a ton of tiles. So I definitely want to keep this. We have no libraries have come out. That might actually be a valid choice to get rid of. We have a garden, we need a flower room, and we need a drawing room. I definitely want to keep these because we're halfway home on those. I want to keep this. So I could make a case for any of those 3. Now, as far as guests, because I'm sure you're wondering, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 right now. That is worth 2 points currently. I think the library goes away. But man, I'm so scared that as soon as we do, one of them's going to come up. What about? I kind of like the guest one because I think we'll be able to load up on that. What do you think about the stateroom one? What do you... Yeah, it's going to be one of these 2. All right, seems like the library. All right, we'll get rid of the library. Library's out. I'm actually okay with that. I mean, I'm sad, but library's out. All right. Done. So now the Village Fair. We do have the Useful Man. Do we want to use it? Because the Useful Man would get us an extra 200 quid. Or it would lower the requirement of a tile that we put it on by 1. I think we probably saved the Useful Man for that. What do y'all think? I think so. I think we're going to save it. So we'll take the 300 quid. So we'll turn to get that. We'll get the 2 rep. And oh, hey. Everything except for the English Garden can be played right now. I like where your head's at, Brand. I think that's a good idea, actually. Okay. Off the top of my head, I forget. Monuments, where do they go out here? They're essentials, I think, right? Because Brown, right? I think so. So if we were to use the useful man here, then rotate service on 10. And the builder's holiday happens at the end of the turn. Let me double, because if it, then there and then there, I could use the useful man now, so I will. Put him there to get the extra 200 quid, actually. That makes sense. You're right. Who said that? Yeah, good call, Martha. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and put him here, or else I'm going to forget. All right. So that is the village fair done. The 500 quid's nice. We got the 2 reputation. Round track done. Host and activity. So, all right. What do we have? All right, so that's where we're at. We currently have the butler, we have a valet, and a footman. We still can't play Darcy right now. Oh, we can play Darcy. Check that. We can. Yeah, we can. If we use the cook, we can. Okay, so that is an option. That would be 5 rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would get us to a 3. 3 doesn't really help us though. Oh, we don't have the cook. Damn it. No, we don't have the cook yet. Never mind. She's not available. Next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Yep. Did I forget to rotate service? Oh. I think I did. You're right. So there, never mind. There. So we do have the cook. Because looking at the Babbling Brook right now, that would then flip over to the other side. The other side says, if we do, search the discard for any guest or family member and place it into the active hand. And allows us to play 4 ladies. That is tempting. I kind of like the smoking room, or let's look. The Babbling Brook, that would allow, we can't do that. We could do this. Oh, we actually can, never mind. So those are the gentlemen, and we have 1 lady left in our hand. We have 2 valets available and a footman, so we could do the Babbling Brook. 400 quid, 400, and then we would get 4, 5, oh good Lord, 400, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 800 quid, 5 rep, and a draw. 1, 5, 6 rep. Whoo. And then next turn we pass. I kind of like that Babbling Brook. Because we are going to go ahead and grab the monument, I think. Oh, wow. So the Queen Suite allows you to double a favor. 8 reps. Not terrible. Wow. Uh, 5 because of that. Oh, we would have to put the cook on the activity, which then means no. And when you do so, yeah, so we actually can play all 5. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna do the Babbling Brook. So the Babbling Brook, so here we go. Requires a footman, and we'll go ahead and use the cook. The cook then allows us to play Mr. Darcy and allows a 5th due to that one. So then, none, 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 and we need 2 valets. Done and done. Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. So enjoy the favors. Money first. 400. Nope. 5, 6, 7, 800. We'll make that an even 1,000. What am I supposed to do with all that? All right. So now reputation. There's 1, 2, because we took that instead of the money. 6, 600, or 6 of them, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 whenever she gets played, 7. And that goes there. That'll do. This is one hell of a fishing trip, I'm just saying. And we get to draw. Now we can't use the head housemaid because she's in the servants' quarters, so we just draw the straight up 1. But that'll do. So here we go. Let's go and draw the 1. Okay. You know what? Hey, it helps for this. And he doesn't hurt us. All right. So Zachary L. Esquire, like successful barrister. That's a lawyer, right? Hailing from a common background, Mr. L is a fascinating raconteur. Here we go. All right. So there, and there. Okay. So this one goes back into my hand, and these 5 fine genteel men out. So now our hand consists of just these 2, but it's okay. So now the Babbling Brook switches over. Did its job though. Comes over here, and now allows us 4 ladies, can pull 1 back from the discard and gets us a rep. Seems good. Not terrible. Okay. Yeah, Kelly says you have way too much money. I started putting out half the amount of coins instead of because those barely get touched. Same. So yeah, this is nice. All right. So what shall we purchase? Shall we go ahead and purchase the monument for 1,000? I think we should. There's 8 right there for, and it doesn't matter. There's no flipping of the marble floor. It's just something to be admired. And so we are at worst forever going to tie now in the essentials. That'll do. We will go ahead and refill the market. I seem flush with cash this game, I will say. Solicitor is the lawyer. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. All right. Don't underestimate the money machine that is Edward. What do we have? We have a stocked lake. It seems a bit, I don't know, having a, like, as long as it's not like too stocked, right? Whatever. But it is a sporting tile. And now, one other thing to keep in mind. This will, every time I play it, it will flip to the other side. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so we have cleared our board. We're done here. And now the crawlies look over and be like, wow, they're coming up, aren't they? Those Howards. Oh, and gives you a rep. Thank you. Yeah, every turn. Right, so that is there. That way I see that every turn. So monuments, I'm going to get a rep every turn. There you go. Yeah, that's a fair point, Alyssa. How do you live without a marble tile? So there is no more monuments. So we're back to this one. I would like the suite to remain. So the suite is the fourth one. So anything but 11 and 12. So how about a 2? 2 sounds good. How about a 2? I'm just saying. It even went back to where it belongs. So position 1, that'll be the breakfast room. So goodbye to the breakfast club. And it just makes everything cheaper for me. Like that worked out really well, right? Oh, so a solicitor, once admitted to the bar, so once they pass the bar exam, they become barristers and can appear in court. All right, there we go. Oh, that's actually a better idea. Put it there, that way you know, oh, did I get my rep? Good call, Maria. I like that. I like that. All right, so for the market, here we go. We have the Heritage Guest Suite. A casual guest, double all favors. How good would that have been this turn? Well, it's one casual guest. Could potentially be 2. And when flipped over, so dreams for 1 point. Oh, sorry. I think this is supposed to be 2 points on both sides. No, wrong one, never mind. And the other side is 2 points for sweet dreams. Never mind, wrong tile. All right. Should have saved that luck. What, you think there's a finite amount here? Like, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're good. All right. So, rotate service. They come back. Everybody else moves over there. And now, the round track, a normal round. Monument. Whoop. There, done. And, you guys see the fly? Missed him. Needed chopsticks. Okay. So that's all we have by way of cards right now. I think passing makes the most sense to get our cards and get our service completely refreshed before the builder's holiday. And the builder's holiday happens at the end of the round. So therefore, we'll be able to get cash and everything else. I think that's the right thing to do. All right, so we shall pass. Reclaim the deck. Okay, done. Refresh service. Okay, done. Take my word for it. Huh. There is nothing out there that I need. The Queen Suite is nice. But we could just go ahead and refresh the builder's market. That's funny. Dan swatted at the fly. Brand says, think the fly smelled an American heiress. Do we refresh the builder's market, or do we take the 200? Or do we hire? I don't think hiring, does it? No. I don't think we hire. Huh. I think we refresh the market because there are 3 specific tiles that we are looking for. And while I like the Queen Suite. I don't think I need it. I think I do. Yeah, I think we're going to wipe them. So all these go away. Now, remember at the beginning of the game where we put these into order of the numbers? We're going to do that every time you do an actual refresh of the builder's market. So here we go. And remember, all level ones go here and all service ones go here. Okay? All right, here we go. So first things first, we have the Lionheart Suite. Draw a prestige guest and double all favors. Okay. So the Lionheart, I'm curious, does that mean that that's probably going to end up here? That you then draw and then play it? Hiring is 4 points in servants. Fair point. Nope. All right, Dan. Well, I'll make the mistake. He brings up a fair point. We have the West Terrace. Admire the view. 3 family, and you get a prestige guest. It can be amazing or horrific. All right, cool. Next, we have the Hillside Kennels. Where was that last game? Number 75. That might end up right there. Okay. Then we have Game of Croquet. Croquet, sorry. That's number 45, so maybe there. 2 others. Wow, this has not been a great play so far. Another Hillside Kennel. I'm okay with that, just because it doesn't take up a spot. Okay. North Dining Room. Don't need it. That's number 80. I'm just guessing on the placement on these so far. And then finally, that's a really good point, Dan. I probably should have thought about that, and an English Garden, number 110. All right. So that's 45, 75, 80, 110, 135, 165. So that is the order in which those happen. And now we may, if we wish, purchase one. Well, we already have an English Garden, so we can't purchase that. So something to keep in mind about the West Terrace here. It's not only 3 on the front, 6 on the back. Dismiss forecasts. Probably not going to use that. A moment. Hold on one second. I need to... A moment, y'all. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. So what was I talking about? Right, this one, it's a 5. I'm about to hit 4, and if we use the Useful Man, we can drop that to a 4 to be able to play it. So keep that in mind. But the problem is, it's 3 family, which sucks, because family's terrible. Yeah. Wow, that's a terrible draw. I mean, we need to buy something. So the barn, the carriage house, the housemaid, I don't care about the servants' hall. That's a fair point. The north dining room does get us five, allows us to play 5, possibly 6 gentry. I don't know. I mean, Lionheart, it's 1,000 is the problem. And we can't play it for until forever. I think we go for a service tile. Because honestly, I'm willing to roll the dice, literally, that we're not going to roll a 15. So I'm not going to take the Lionheart. I'm going to wait till it's cheaper. So let's look at these. I mean, the barn is okay for 200. The carriage house essentially is the same as the renovated kitchen, but with the footman instead. I mean, and it's a third, oh boy, and it's cheap. I think maybe we go the barn. Although, because we don't have a lot of female, we literally only have one. We have 2. And one is the heiress. So Lionheart, you just draw a prestige and you play it immediately. So those are so the servants' hall is never going to happen. The barn is going to get us at least 1 prestige. I know that. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do the barn. Yeah. Yep, we're gonna get the barn for 200 because it's minus 100. All right, so we have shopped. Yeah, hold on. Stop. Back up. The problem with that is I hate the market. And I don't want to spend the rep. So my question then is, we need multiple tiles, right? To score that one. So if we get the croquet lawn for 100, that gets us here, and it's going to move that down. Yeah, that's what we're going to do instead. We're going to go and grab that for 100, and it's a green tile because I'll be able to buy that, and yeah, that's the right thing. Done. I feel good about that. And if it ends up biting me that he takes the Lionheart suite, so be it. All right, so here we go. So for the market now, we have the south lawn for archery. It's a double-sided tile, okay? 2 points on each side, 3 gentry and 2 fan. Whatever. But my thinking is this way, he wipes something else off and we churn through the board. Okay, yeah, it felt like the right thing to do. So, all right, Mr. Crawley, Mr. and Mrs. The Crawley family. There are no monuments out there, so hopefully not position 5. Position 5 is a 13 or a 14, so let's just do 8. Get rid of the English garden, because I can't buy it anyway. So 8 to 10, 8. It's a 5. That's close. All right, position 2. So we get rid of the north dining room. All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's okay. All right. See, on occasion, I make good decisions. We have the barn. All right, so we're just gonna put this away because I can't have repeats out there anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we will draw another. There are a lot of tiles in here, man. There. Okay. Housekeeper room goes away. Smoking room. Hey, that's not the one we needed. Boo, because we already had the smoking room. All right. So, okay. Technically, when does pass happen? Should we get that? When does passing happen? I think you get that for the monument every turn, regardless, right? Because you either host an activity or pass, correct? It's at that point, it's on step 3. I want to make sure that I am not lying. Every turn regardless, right. I thought so. Okay, so we will go boop for that. Done. All right. So rotate service, done. Round track. Builder's holiday. At the end of this turn, we're going to buy a lot. So we get one more. Boom, for the monument. Hello. Welcome to Rep Land 4. All right. So that is done. We'll just move that off so I have room. And now we can host an activity. Okay, so this is our last turn before we get into courtship, okay? 8, 3, 6, 10, 10, okay? So we are currently at 8, 2, although I'm not worried, we're going to win this. 6, we're at 2, 4, 7 currently. We are winning this. We are not going to win that. We will tie that. So tie, win, win, provided I don't use the Babbling Brook. And we are currently at 3, 7, 8. And here, he's at 10. There's no way we're going to be able to do that. But this, I think we can. So if we were to use the smoking room, that would get us a bunch of rep, but more importantly, that would be 6 right there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah! I can't use that because I have, And now, again, the bank holiday happens. I want to check out the timing. English garden also comes into play. So let me check, though, for the English holiday. You know what? This is where the other... Where'd it go? There it is. Take care, Andy. And thanks. I'm glad to hear it's helping. Helps me too, in all seriousness. So the builder's market, bank holiday we're looking for. Oh, it's not there. Well, here you go, Dan. Here's a question. What is the exact timing of everything? When does the bank holiday happen? Does it happen after we clear the board, which means Crawley goes? So we will have bought from the market first, refresh the market, then Crawley, and then the bank holiday? Is that correct? Because then the three ladies, let's look. There, but we wouldn't get the rep as an option. I really don't like that. Okay. Sorry, builder's holiday, not, yes, thank you. Happens when you shop. Okay, got it. So before, all right. I really don't like that. Huh. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to win this. And if that flip, that would be at 3. Yeah, there's no chance. Okay. And no, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Whereas flipping this one, the smoking room does matter. Because flipping that would give us 2, 6, 9, it doesn't matter. Son of a... glory to Rome. Because I can't get a second smoking room. So in that case, I'm not going to worry about what tile I play for Courtship. This is simply, what do I want to do? So let's take a look at the estate then. And okay. So because we're at 4, all of our entire hand can be played, right? You know, I'm just throwing this out there. I could play him simply to be able to refresh the market. I don't think it'd be the end of the world if I got rid of the Lionheart suite. Oh, what do we do? And we have not taken that yet, so we get one more there for that. So that is done. The English garden is still kind of nice because it gives us a prestige guest, right? No, the useful man's going to be used to either grab a flower room or a drawing room, I think. Oh, what do we do? Ladies. No, we're not doing that. So ladies or gentlemen? Yeah, it's going to be one of these two. Okay. So that, I think, happens. So if that's the case, I think we do the smoking room. Okay. So the question is, do we do this? Because that would give us 600 more and 7 prestige. Have a good one, Nico. Seven prestige, 600 more gives us, we're at 16. That gives us 22. I'm just curious. We can't buy that. 2,200 is 8 and 7 is 15. 21. Can't buy that. $21 and 3. 24, 25, 26, 20. So I need 3,200 to be able to buy everything. That seems a bit much. So but what I could do is we could also, just throwing this out there, if we did that, use the cook, that would get us an extra 200. Hey Ian, what's up? And I assume when it says guest beyond, it's going to be of the type. So it would have to be a gentleman in that case. And I suppose, like, we could throw him out on the market to save us an extra 100. So that's free Hillside Kennel. I think that's what, or we could actually play it'll get us the 5 because flipping that still doesn't help us. Whereas this is going to get us extra cash right now. And everything still works out. Oh, if that's the case, then I'll do that. Because, okay, so the 2 gentlemen, let me look it up in the rules now. Then, for the useful man to be able to go on to sorry, wrong thing. The cook, right? No, sorry, the renovated kitchen. I will figure out the words I'm trying to use. So the renovated kitchen, let's see. Must qualify normally, prestige rating, gender, etc. So I was right. So intuition made sense. Yes, they do have to meet the criteria. I just found it. So we can't do that. So you know what? Instead of playing the smoking room, I think we're going to go ahead and play but then if I did that, then I could do that because it's gentry. And that's exactly what we're going to do, folks. There we go. All right. So we're going to go play some croquet. Who's with me? There. We will play the cook. Allows us to add a 3rd gentry to be played. It'll be these 3. Whenever we play the gentry, we get, or play the cook, that's 1. And then I'm going to lose 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to gain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. there. And that's going to be a total of 1,600 quid. And that, and that used. There you go. 1,600. That'll do, pig. So we're at 3,200. Isn't that exactly what I just said I needed? Okay. So we're going to expend service real quick. Or, yeah, there. That'll flip over. These will go away. All right, so we're done. And now it's the builder's holiday and we have 3,200 quid. We will get these for a total of 2, 3, and 3. So that's 800. That's 8. We will get the lion heart for 800. So there, 200 back. For those scoring at home, that's 4. I think we go ahead and get the south lawn for archery. That's 5. We can't buy that. We can't buy that. I don't care about the servants' hall. The West Terrace kind of sucks because the 3 family. I mean, might as well grab a kennel because he's going to be at 10 points. So, yeah, we'll go and do that for 300. That leaves us 600. And we've now bought 6. So the question now is, do we spend the 600 on the West Terrace? I don't know if we do. So let's take a look at where we're going to be before we make that determination. I think we've established what color everything is and all that, so I'm just going to move that. Three, 3, 3, 3. We need 1. That'll work. You know what? That's actually a really good point. Who said that? Maria says the kennel is -1. And it's one we have to flip. So instead of spending the 300, let's spend the 600. So we'll spend 300 more. So we'll get 2 back. And instead, we'll take the West Terrace, which is worth 3, and we'll go ahead and put the kennels back out there, because that's a really good point. I like that. I like that. That seems good. And now where are we here? So at 8, we're at 8. 3, a lot more than 3, so a lot more than 4, so we don't have to worry, or are we? 2, we're at 5. So we're all permanently going to win this. Here we're at 2, 4, 7, 10. So we're winning this, we're winning this. Here we're at 6, losing to 10, and we're losing that. So let's keep it in this range, y'all. I think that's good, and we still have 300 quid. And we can do some stuff. There you go. All right. No one does Builder's Holiday like Edward. Never seen anyone like it. Well, you know, I hear it's worth points. So I hear if a game offers endgame scoring, you should do that. And that's one of the things. And we're in good shape for our prestige or our reputation. So how many was that? 6? All right, we're done. That'll come over, and now we will refill. All right, so here we go. The barn goes away. North Library. No one cares about it because we already torched it. Next. The West Saloon. 7 Gentry. How you doing? And it's in essentials. I mean, because of course it is. Right? So I like that one. It's not worth any points. What's the flip side of that? 5 points. And that's 8. That's going to be our target as of right now. And, ooh, wow. We now have 2 targets. So here's the good news. Even if the Crawleys, which I would be pissed about because that is an amazing wine collection. Dare I say a phenomenal wine collection. Inside joke for those that have been watching. So yeah. But even if they do, we get that. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So now the Crawleys, as James, throwing out good vibes for a low roll because we would like them to get rid of the kennels. So, you know what? Let's just go with a 1. Up, check that. Check that. Let's not. Erase, 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 universe. Because monuments. So how about a 9? Gives us a little bit of room. No, a 10. A 10 would be great. A 10 would be ideal, or 16 or higher. But let's think 10, shall we? 10. 17. No purchase. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And then we know that next turn, there we go. That'll work. Woo! Rotate service. Y'all, come on over. And if we wanted to, check that. We're not rotating service because courtship first. We could have saved 100 with the useful man. I don't think we would have. I think we would have. No, we wouldn't have. So there we go. All right. Courtship. All right. Peanut gallery. 1 to 8. We want service or estate. We tie that. But that would be better. I'm just saying. So 1 to 8, y'all. Choose better. I'm enjoying the good vibes. I've already decided which objective we're getting rid of. Really? Really? Y'all are just tempting fate, aren't you? All right. All right. 3 it is. I mean, that was just boom, boom, boom. So that's it. Before we do that, I would like to draw it out a little. But also, let's take a look at our objective. I'm thinking we go ahead and get rid of the stateroom at this point. I think that's the one. Now, we're only going to get one of these with the useful man. This one is all but assured. And this we can already do. So I think throwing away the stateroom makes the most sense. Okay? So I'm just go ahead and make that command decision for us collectively. Service is state. Service it is. Well done, Peanut Gallery. All right. Well, first off, we will take that. Secondly, let's take a look at the Fairchild, shall we? Because we're going to get one of them to come on over. I know which one, but So, 3 rep, nice. Prestige and 2 rep, nicer. That'll do. So, Miss Elizabeth, if you would be so kind, please. Okay. Thank you very much. And what do we have over here in our fine estate? 3 points or 2 prestige? I think we'll just hold on to it for the 3 points right now. Okay. All right. We've already discarded, so we're good. Here we go. Rotate service. Everybody come on over. Round track. Done. 1 here for the reminder. Done. Host an activity. Whew. Here we go. So what would we like to do, y'all? Oh, and don't sell Charles short when he goes up a whole level of reputation with the young lady. He needs reputation. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Understood. So, I was going, oh, right. This is what we were going with. I apologize. Tied. We are permanently winning. We are currently tied. We are currently losing. And we are currently losing, but not by a lot. We are losing by 3, and we are losing by, what is it, 6, 7. So, yeah. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. So we can't play the Lionheart Suite yet. Don't overlook, by the way, the Babbling Brook. Because being able to grab one of these back, that would be, realistically, one of those 2. Just throwing that out there, okay? All right. Yeah, Charles just seems weaker. The 3 prestige doesn't seem great. But again, I didn't play test. I'm not gonna give commentary on that. But our hand kind of sucks, except for Elizabeth. So I kind of want to get that played. So if we were to play the 4 ladies, just throwing that out there. So if we were to also, we could get rid of the heiress, because I feel like she's done her job. That would be 4. And if we were to do this, we also would get an extra rep because there. And we have the housemaid, so we can here, okay? Oh, I don't think I have enough women. Oh, I do. So that would be the 4 ladies. That feels really weak. But again, if we're going to use this, that would get us 1, 2, 3. That would get us 4. We can't. We can. Hold on. So we could, let's see, we could go there and we could go there. But But we wouldn't be able, we would just have to get stuck with whatever we draw, right? But I still think that wouldn't be terrible. I mean, but it doesn't feel great. But flipping the Babbling Brook gets it back to the sports side. Which then we could play this to be able to get the 4 jump. I don't know. All right. Just looking at options. Oh, I don't have any footmen. I cannot do the south lawn. Yeah, and it weakens that. But then I could then immediately, next turn, play the other side to flip it back. But I don't know that that's really helping us, so oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute, whoa. Hold on. The English garden. How did nobody point that out? Oh, wait, what? Everything is good here. Try and refresh and let me know. Whoa, yeah, I just did that. Can y'all hear me still? I'm curious. Okay, then I'll pause. Hold on. Huh, what happened there? That's new and not altogether pleasant. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Yeah, refreshing didn't work. Okay, so it happens. All right, hang out. Worst comes to worst, I can make another stream and see if that helps. So give me a second. Yeah, I don't know. Like, everything looks okay on my end. We didn't just cross a threshold, did we? I'm just curious. No? It's like... Yeah, I might have to make a new stream for it, so give me a second. No, literally nothing happened. So, all right. We will try and see. A moment. All right. I'm gonna have that at 7:15. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'll get y'all a link. Give me a second. We'll try it. Oops. All right, that's going to be the new one, y'all. Check it in chat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this stream now, and we'll go try that and see if that fixes it. All right, so. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let me try that. Curious, did that change anything? Because, nope, changing the camera feed didn't change it either. All right, cool. All right. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm going to, take a look at the link that I just sent, and we will start a new stream. Sorry about that. That's new. Bah. Apparently, it's an anti-Howard thing, because apparently I'm doing too damn good. Clearly, that's the problem. Yeah, because I'm refreshing on my end as well. So give me a second. All right, cool. So we'll go switch and see if that works. All right, I'll see y'all over there. Bye.